There comes a moment in life, a quiet but profound shift, when you realize that no amount of explaining will ever be enough for people who have already decided who you are. You see, some people don't want clarity, they want control. And the more you try to explain yourself, the more power you hand over to them, piece by piece. At first, you try to be understood. It's a natural human instinct. You explain your intentions, your mistakes, your dreams. You explain your silence, your choices, your reasons. You lay out your heart, thinking that if they just knew the full story, if they could just see the why behind your actions, they would stop judging, stop doubting, stop questioning you. But they don't, because here's a hard truth. Their judgment was never built on facts. It was built on their own insecurity, their own biases, their own needs. It's a reflection of them, not you. And slowly, you begin to feel tired. It's not a physical tiredness that a good night's sleep can fix. It's an emotional exhaustion, a soul-deep weariness from carrying the heavy, suffocating weight of other people's opinions. You find yourself replaying conversations in your head over and over. You wonder, did I say the wrong thing? Should I have explained it better? Did I defend myself enough? You dissect your words, your tone, your every move, searching for the magical combination that would finally make them understand. And then, in the middle of all that mental chaos, it hits you. A moment of stunning clarity. The people who truly care about you, the ones who are genuinely in your corner, never needed the explanation in the first place. They trust your heart. They give you the benefit of the doubt. They love you through your complexities, and the people who demand an explanation? They will never respect it anyway. They'll just twist your words, find new things to question, and keep you trapped in that endless cycle of justification. So you try silence. At first it feels incredibly uncomfortable, doesn't it? It feels wrong. Because we've been conditioned our whole lives to justify our existence, to prove our worth, to have a ready-made speech explaining why we are the way we are. We're taught that to be silent is to be weak or guilty. But silence is not weakness. Silence is confidence without permission. It's a quiet declaration that you know your own truth and you don't need a panel of judges to validate it. And the moment you stop explaining yourself, something truly powerful happens. You stop negotiating your value. You take yourself off the discount rack. You realize that your peace matters more than their approval. Your growth doesn't need an audience. And not everyone deserves a front row seat to your story. Some people only deserve a closed curtain. Think about it. The strongest people in any room aren't usually the loudest ones. They're not the ones engaged in every debate, trying to win every argument. The strongest people are the ones who move quietly, who let their results speak for them. They let consistency replace arguments. They let their actions tell the real story. Because true confidence doesn't argue, it simply arrives. It shows up and does the work. When you stop constantly explaining yourself, you free up an incredible amount of energy. All that mental and emotional power that was being wasted on convincing others, on trying to manage their perceptions of you, is suddenly yours again. And that energy was never meant for that. It was meant for you. It was meant to build, to create, to focus, to learn, to grow, to rise. People will still misunderstand you, that's a guarantee. They will create their own version of your story, often one that makes them feel better about themselves. But that is not your burden to carry. Let them have their story. Let them think what they will. Because those who are meant to see you, the ones who are aligned with your spirit, will see you clearly without any translation. They'll see the real you through all the noise. Winning isn't about proving them wrong. That's a game you can never truly win because the goalposts will always be moving. Real winning is no longer needing to prove them wrong. It's finding a place of such solid self-acceptance that their opinion becomes irrelevant. The day you stop explaining yourself is the day you truly step into your power. It's the day you finally understand, deep in your bones, that your life is not a debate. Your journey is not a courtroom where you stand trial, and your silence is not surrender. It is your strength, it is your peace, it is your freedom. Thank you so much for watching. If this message resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content to help you live a more empowered life. See you next time.